Welcome back. To draw in a sweet, generous lover, I want to show you guys a simple ritual that you can put together and build within time. So whenever you're working a ritual, you start off slow. You start off with an image candle. You can then add in your 7-day candles. You can add in your chimes, your super candles. You can combine a combination of different curios and roots, Lodestones, master roots, different elements to start building it up bigger and bigger and bigger to draw in heavier and heavier energy. And with anything that you are attracting, I will always tell you to make sure that you start working on yourself as well. Because you do not want to attract someone and you seem less attractive. It's going to be hard for you to keep them around and to keep them stuck basically in place because they're going to view you a bit different. And the last thing you want is to work a ritual to bring in somebody and they easily just disappear because they no longer find you attractive. They no longer feel that attractiveness. Whenever you work an attraction spell as well, it is up to you to continue working it physically yourself, keeping yourself up, making sure you look good, you smell good, and that you are, making the opposite sex or the same sex, whoever it is that you are attracting, making sure that they feel good as well. That partner that you want things from, make sure that you can offer them something in return. And for this ritual, you're going to be drawing in a lover now that is going to be generous. One that's going to want to take you out, spend money on you, and basically, create that lavish life that you want. But you want to start off slow. You want to start off slow. You don't want to make yourself look like you're some kind of, gold digger and whatnot. If you work for yourself and you have your own bank account, your own car, your own place and stuff like that, that is a good thing. Those are pluses, especially when you're looking for a partner. And when you're looking for a partner and you decide that you're going to work some spiritual work upon yourself to draw in one, this is a ritual that you should consider. And as I tell you all the time, make sure your energy's cleansed. Make sure the home is cleansed, the altar, the space that you're going to work on. Make sure that you've been speaking to the ancestors. Make sure that you're going in the correct route with doing this ritual. Don't do it to just think that you're going to gain somebody's money. There are a lot of men and women out there that don't mind taking care of their partner, don't mind, sharing their wealth and their generosity. And if you're someone that you're looking for somebody in return to do that with you, maybe you want to do it with somebody, this is the ritual here that you'll work. So the screen before this showed you every single thing that you need. Every single thing, basically. If you don't want to use an image candle of a woman, you can use one of a man, but use one that represents yourself. And I've told you guys before, if you feel you have more masculine energy, you can use a male candle. And if you feel you have more feminine energy, then you can use a female image candle. Or you can use a pull-out for this, a regular 7-day. You can also, I would really recommend you using a freestanding candle because you need to read the wax and you need to see what story it tells you within your wax. With spiritual work, I would say the two most important things outside of energy and communication is disposing the candle and reading the wax. You want to always make sure that you have those elements combined. Okay? So these are the oils you're going to use. The confectionate sugar is here. Both Lodestones should have been blessed. You should have blessed these maybe a couple of days ahead of time. Dress them with the same oil, sweet oil, just stay, and attraction oil. And you're going to place them one on the left, one on the right. As you work the ritual and you light the candle, you're going to say Song of Solomon. You're going to light up your incense and you're going to draw in the left Lodestone and the right Lodestone slowly together. So it's kind of like a Lodestone moving ritual. I don't know if you guys ever did a moving spell before, where you move the candle and the energy and the intent both together as you work it every single day. Every time you light it, every time you pray over it, you begin to move the energy closer and closer to each other. So by the time the ritual is completed and the candle is completed, these Lodestones should have been met together like this. Every single day, every single day, every time you pray over them. You're also going to, when you're completed everything, you're going to get a bag, a silk bag or a silk cloth. You're going to take the wax, the herbs, everything that you use, the roots, and the 2 Lodestones, and tie them up. You're going to feed them before you do that, and you're going to carry this with you. And within that 30 days of you working on yourself, you should meet yourself a suitable lover. One that's suitable for you, one that's generous, and one of everything that you want. So on that petition paper, besides putting, my sweet lover, my generous lover, turn it behind and write down the things that you would like to draw in. Keep it simple. Don't go too crazy, and don't go above and beyond your norm, like something that you can't handle. Don't ask for a rich man. Don't ask for certain things that you're not going to be willing to give back to a certain person, because sometimes you're going to go outside of your expectations, and then you're not going to be able to meet that person's expectations. So make sure that you are within the minimum expectations. Like, seriously, you don't want to go above and beyond and asking the spirits to help you draw in certain things. And if they're really favorable to your request, they give you what you want, and then you can't manage it and you can't meet those standards. So make sure that you can meet the standards of everything that you're asking for. So if you want a sexy, handsome man with beautiful teeth, beautiful hair, beautiful eyes, beautiful skin, you need to have a few of those standards as well. You understand? You don't want beauty meeting Godzilla, and you the Godzilla in the face. You don't want to look bad. I'm serious. You want to look real good. So within those 30 days, work on yourself. It's important within these 30 days that you keep lights going. So within those 30 days, you could set at least 3 to 4 lights back to back to back. And when you're doing back-to-back lights, you're doing them setting and forgetting. And make sure you gather all your personal concerns and put them together. And pray over the candle, talk to the candle, tell the candle everything that you want, everything that you need, and really, really, really take your time and work on this ritual. It's a really, really beautiful ritual, especially when you get to draw in the person of your needs. And when you draw in this person now, then you begin to physically work on your relationship. You can continue working the magic and working it on yourself, but in a situation like this, you're not generally working on that person. You're working on your energy. You're working with the ancestors and the spirits to push that aura out there and to bring everything back, and like a 360, right into the universe, right back around to you. And you're asking them for the things that you really, really feel that you need. If you've been single for a long time, work on yourself, work on your mental health, work on your finances. Make sure that you don't have any baggage. Make sure that you're not bringing in any instability into a new relationship or into someone that's new that's not going to be able to handle it. Because trust me, if you draw in somebody and they feel like you're too much and you're too negative and your baggage is way more heavier than anything they're willing to carry, they will leave you. They don't owe you anything. So make sure you're fixing yourself along the way. Spirituality is not all about you just getting what you want and need. It's really about working yourself to a better space and place, and getting yourself out of that poverty mind state, and getting yourself out of that negative zone and those low vibrations that you've carried around. This ritual, I would not tell you to do it if you've been really, really in a bad place. You can't be in a bad place and just think you're going to put positive out there. There's going to be some gates and roads and doors closed, and the ancestors are not going to be favorable to your request, because they'd rather you work on yourself before you draw in somebody and put that heavy negative mindset on them. So make sure you're in a good place, you're in a good mental space, you're in a good standard overall, and you don't have anybody around you that is going to hold you down. Get rid of any exes. If you're married, get a divorce if you don't want them. Make sure you're doing everything you need to do before you pull somebody in your way and draw in another energy and then have them connected to you. Cut and clear. Begin to cut and clear. And not cord cutting. Me personally, I don't know where the cord cutting comes from, when it comes to relationships, because you should never be that physically attached to somebody through an umbilical cord. Outside of family, I would tell you not to do any cord cutting ritual on lovers. That goes above and beyond. Cut and clear is what you want to do. You want to cut and clear, remove those emotional bonds and binds that you've created and you have yet to release. You want to create a different standard for yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally. So you need to release, and you need to cut, and you need to clear all those past emotions and anything that you feel you're still holding on to. All those old memories, anything tying you to somebody old, you cut and clear. A cord tying or whatever it is that people are calling it, that would be something, if it does exist, because I've never done a cord tying anything. That would be something that would be more of a family member, like a mother and son that are really too close, and they're so close that he still has an emotional bond to his mother that is causing instabilities in his relationships with the females and the women around him. Or a woman that's really close to her family and she has yet to mature enough to let them go and release them so that she can move forward and begin a healthy relationship with someone outside of her family. So cut and clear is something you need to consider, as well as healing and forgiveness rituals. Then you can start on some love and be rituals so you can love yourself, so you can see that you can offer yourself something better than somebody else. When you do a love and me ritual, it's for you to accept the love that you really, really need from yourself first. Because a lot of you are looking out there to gain love and different things from people that don't want to give it to you. And you're trying to make people change, and you're trying to force things on people, and they really just don't want to give it to you. It has nothing to do with the magic overall. They don't want to give it to you. They may not even want to be with you. They may not even love you. So you need to find somebody that really can love you, but overall you need to love yourself. And when you begin and you get yourself out of those stages and you're cutting and clearing, you're healing, then you can move forward and you can start working on attraction rituals, using Lodestones, using the confectionate sugars, using the love herbs, attraction herbs. You can use herbs to draw in a more steady, stable relationship and lover. And if you want to, you can use 2 candles, and you will put the same thing. You just put 1 Lodestone on their plate, and then you draw both of the plates together, and that could be an awesome moving ritual. But overall, whenever you do work a ritual, make sure it makes sense. Don't work on things that really have no stability and no end to them. Make sure you dispose. Make sure you're doing your baths. Make sure if you are really getting yourself together, that you are really working it with common sense. Like, subscribe, and stay blessed.